Brand new movie that just hit theaters. This is the sequel to the original film, which came out in the middle of the pandemic in 2021. Once again, Bob Odenkirk stars as Hutch, an assassin who's trying to now balance his assignment life, trying to pay off this debt while also trying to spend family time and not lose his family, which includes his wife Becca, once again played by Connie Nielsen, his father, once again played by Christopher Lloyd, and his two kids, Brady and Sammy, played by Gage Monroe and Paisley Catarath. So after the opening scene, which is him again trying to get his debt, he decides to take a break from being an assassin and going on a vacation with his family to get away from things, but things begin to escalate and starts to piss off the wrong people in this town, which includes Wyatt, played by John Ortiz, also the sheriff in the town, who's played by Colin Hanks, and the big bad Ladina, who's had some shitty dealings with the cops, who's played by Sharon Stone. The film is an hour and 29 minutes and is rated R. Welcome back, everyone, to a brand new review here at Max Talks Movies. My name is Max Dinwick. We're talking Nobody 2. So if you're new to the channel, guys, please hit that subscribe button and ring that bell for notifications if you're new. We're trying to get to 400 subscribers as quickly as possible, so please consider hitting that subscribe button. I do movie, TV show reviews, out-of-theater reactions every Monday. I have a new box office breakdown show, and I do movie franchise rankings. Please also leave a comment down below. What are your thoughts on Nobody 2? Did you like it more, less than the original film? Have you even seen the original film before? Love to hear your thoughts down in the comments. And also, guys, please hit the thumbs up button. So back in 2021, as I said, Nobody came out, and it was a under the radar hit because it kind of hit theaters, but really from Universal, it was that 17-day window really in theaters. So it was on PVOD very quickly as well as Peacock. And I really enjoyed Nobody. This is from the 87 North team, which is the team action producing group led by David Leitch, who's also a producer on this film. And I really enjoyed the first film. It was something very different from Bob Odenkirk than his career being an action star. And it was a very under the radar hit back in 2021. Now, it's weird that it's taken 4 years to come up with sequel, and this is where we get Nobody 2. And overall, I have to say I was pretty disappointed by Nobody 2. This is not going to be a bottom 10, 15 movie of the year. There are way worse movies than you'll see than Nobody 2. But as someone who really liked the original film, understood why they would make a sequel, this was a dumbfounding movie for me because why would it take 4 years for a sequel? And this is what they come up with from a story and just an overall movie concept perspective. The first film definitely has its comedy involved in the film. But this movie goes for a big time action comedy where every single action scene there's blaring pop music that is being played, and more of the action is played for jokes instead of the serious ruthlessness that I think the first film felt. Now, again, Bob Odenkirk is great in this movie. Connie Nielsen as well. She's also a big time action star over the last 25 years. She's also very good. Christopher Lloyd, I think, is a scene stealer when he's in the movie. He's not really in it that much, but when Christopher Lloyd gets to shine, he gets to shine. And as I said, the family dynamic, they have very good chemistry with each other, especially Odenkirk and Nielsen. And Odenkirk delivers really good hand-to-hand combat in these action scenes. And the action scenes themselves are done very well. But this to me just feels like a straight to streaming action movie. And I hate to say that because, again, I watch basically every single Netflix movie. I see a bunch of these movies, really like probably 5 or 6 a year. And this feels like a run-of-the-mill, straight to DVD or Netflix action film, and that's weird for the first movie, which did very well, did solid at the box office, especially with the times, was definitely a big hit on digital. Why would it take 4 years? And this is really what they come up with. Yes, it's a simple plot, but I just found myself not giving a crap about what was going on in the movie because the whole movie is predicated on the fact that Hutch, who's played by Bob Odenkirk, is just never at dinner, never with the family because he's on all these assignments. And each time the movie's like, maybe there's some tension in the family, they kind of cut it 2 seconds later of being like, okay, you're okay. We love you, Hutch. I was like, there was actually some a plot idea in here that was really good for this movie, which is Hutch always goes on these missions. Kids are getting older. Wife wants to spend more time with him, even though she has her own big real estate job. Let's spend more time together. But the movie sets up that there's real tension in the family like two or three times. And then as they begin it, the scene always has to end with the tension not being there anymore and then being a big happy family. And I felt like if they lingered at all on this family tension, the movie would have been a lot more intense. But it also takes this out of reality. So many people would be pissed off about what he's doing, especially in the family. And so many people are okay with him missing all these big events in their lives because he's this cool action guy. I just don't buy that whatsoever. The villains are comically so over the top and cartoonish. I don't blame like the actors. I think Colin Hanks and Sharon Stone do their thing. But I think one of them was miscast, and overall, the performances were not for me. They were written clearly to be extremely over the top, and there was just no intensity because you just didn't buy anyone was a threat to Hutch throughout the entire film. So this is a frustrating watch where the action, and also I would say my biggest problem too, also, is I just think I am so tired of seeing the same stunt people and the same stunt actors in these 87 North movies. I've recognized like three or four of these actors that I've seen in every single 87 North movie. And honestly, it completely pulls me out because it just feels like you're watching people on a soundstage doing action scenes instead of feeling like you're actually enthralled in the movie because I've seen these actors in basically every single 87 North movie. One particular supporting actor who has like the biggest role out of the stunt people, I've seen him in like Atomic Blonde and Bullet Train and so many, and John Wick, like so many other movies from 87 North. I think it's becoming extremely lazy. So that's my thoughts. This is a throwaway action movie. Is it horrible? No, but was it any good either? Also, no. So I'm going to give Nobody 2 a 2 out of 5 stars. I am going to go 40, let's go 43% for Nobody 2. What are your thoughts on this movie? Let me know down in the comments section. Please hit that subscribe button, like the video, and I'll see you guys in the next video very, very soon.